This is the plaintiff, Quincy. He says he and the defendant, his cousin, got into a rip-roaring argument, and the hothead smashed the rear window of his car and also cracked his windshield. That's right, she smacked his car, damaging it, and the girl needs to grow up and pay him for the damages she caused. He can't seem to get her to pay up, so he's suing her for the $763.31 he's owed. This is the defendant, Imani. She says the plaintiff tried to kill her by flooring the car in reverse right at her, and she took a stick and hit the car so he'd stop. The stick did break the rear window, and he's not getting $1 from her, because none of this would have happened if the plaintiff didn't come to her house looking for a fight, and all she did was defend herself. Even the cops agreed. She's accused of taking it out on her car.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says he and his cousin got in a nuclear argument and she smashed his windshield. Now, the defendant says the plaintiff was trying to run her over and she was just protecting herself. It's the case of run you over, Rover.
Thank you. Quincy, you are suing, is your cousin, is it, Imani?
Yes, ma'am.
For $763.31 that you say she owes you for damaging your vehicle.
That's correct, yes.
What happened?
It happened. It all started on Sunday at our church. We all go to the same church in Atlantic City, New Jersey. It was a youth Sunday, so the youth were in charge of the church. I had to give a little 5-minute sermon to the church. So after that, we went out to celebrate. Some of the youth from the church, we went out to celebrate. We went to Applebee's. Everything was fine. So after Applebee's, we leave. And Imani asked the driver.
Is Imani part of that church also?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we all go to the same church, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're all Baptist, yes. So she asked Key was driving my car at the time. She asked her if she could take her to get some weed.
To get some weed?
Yes, weed.
Okay.
So we know her situation. She was pregnant, so we didn't want her to, if you're pregnant, why would you want to, smoke weed? So after that, you
might want to stay away from it where it's illegal too.
Right.
But anyway.
And then the defendant, she got upset at the driver, which is my godson's mother. Got upset at her.
What's that person's name?
Key Ali Smith.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kia.
got upset with her because she wouldn't take her to go get the substance. So she decided, oh, take me home. I don't want to be bothered with y'all. Y'all blowing, as she says, blowing my shit. Y'all getting on my nerves. Take me home. I don't want to be bothered. So we decided to drive her home. She said, oh, no, turn around. I forgot my key. I don't have my key, so I'm gonna have my grandmother pick me up at your house. So we go to to Key Ali's house, and we're sitting there. Key asked the defendant multiple times. What did she ask her? She asked her, because we were going to Dave & Buster's the following day with the church. So she asked her, who are you going? Like, she asked her multiple times, and if someone's asking you questions in their house and you didn't do anything to them and you're ignoring them blatantly, you're going to get upset. You're going to know, like, what's the issue? So she's asking her constantly, what's going on? What's going on? Like, are you going to Dave & Buster's? So eventually she just got upset and she flipped out. I mean, I think that's understandable because she...
What does that mean, that she flipped out?
Like, she just said, basically, you're not going to sit here and disrespect me in my house. I didn't do anything to you. So therefore, get out. So she just said, get out. Her and Cardi had a few words. They had a few words, so she went downstairs. She's on the phone, yelling, calling.
Who's on the phone?
Imani. Okay. She's on the phone calling, whoever she was calling, saying, pull up. She kicked me out of the house. Now it's time to fight, blah, blah, blah. And my whole cousin's up there. He didn't say anything to her. So
Your cousin?
I'm her cousin.
Right,
I didn't say anything to Key for kicking her.
Oh, she's complaining on the phone that you're her cousin and you weren't defending her.
Yes, right. Yeah, she goes outside. She's yelling on the phone, blah, 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 causing a scene. So I don't know who called the cops. Someone called the cops. The cops are like, oh, you have to leave. You're causing a scene. Like, you're doing too much. So we say, okay, get in the car with us. We think everything's fine. She got in the car with us. We even took her home. We took her back to her house.
Okay.
So after that, we thought, everything's fine. She was expressing to us about how Key kicked her out, blah, 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 how she does everything for her son, this, that, and the third.
For whose son?
For our godson. We have the same godson.
And Key is the mother of the godson?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
After that, a few days later, Key asked me to go get his Prince's belonging from Imani's house. because they, you know, like I said, they had the falling out. So she wanted me to go get it because that's my cousin, and she felt as though, you know, we don't have issues. So I went to go get it.
And that's the godson.
Yes.
And so do you go to your cousin's house to pick up the belongings?
Yes.
Do you have anyone else with you?
Yes.
Who?
Raquana Ford and Cheyenne Norwood.
Are you Cheyenne?
No, Cheyenne,
Okay.
she couldn't get here today. She
Okay,
has
but
work.
Key's not there.
No.
Okay, so then what happens?
So we pull up, and she just got this whole rage that we came there to jump her or something. She's like, "Oh, y'all came here to jump me. Y'all deep, blah blah blah." We didn't come there to jump you. Why would I come there? Why would I blatantly bring people to your house to jump you? That's not my character. So she had heard a rumor that Cheyenne had told her alleged boyfriend that she wasn't pregnant because she was holding a lie saying she was pregnant. And
Was she pregnant?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Are you pregnant?
I was.
You were pregnant.
Yes.
When did you lose the baby? Or when did that not longer be?
Like a week after that, I had lost the baby.
I'm sorry to hear that. So what happened? Finish.
So she came out. She had mace in her hand. It was like a little pink mace jar. She came out, asked Cheyenne. Well, she was asking us who told the boyfriend. Cheyenne said me. So she's upset. Why the y'all going behind my back saying this? So she maced Cheyenne. It got in my eye too, but it was directly for Cheyenne because of what she did. So Cheyenne got maced. You know, if you mace, you're gonna wanna. They start tussling, of course. After the fight, it's just them two fighting. I see Cheyenne's bleeding. After she's bleeding, we're all done. We're like, okay, get in the car. It's time to go. Imani goes back in the house. She brings out a taser, and she has like this stick in her hand.
What is that? Can I see that, please?
I don't know what it is. It's like a big stick. That's what she broke my window with.
What is that?
A stick.
No, a stick of what kind? Because that's not a stick like, is that just a bark? Like a stick from a
It was, I really don't know where it was from. I picked it up from out my house. It was a stick. I don't even know what kind of stick it was.
When did you pick it up?
After we were finished fighting,
Uh-huh.
and I was on my way back to my house. He, like pulled the car back, like he put it in reverse. He told Cheyenne to get in the car. So me, I'm just like enraged. I'm going crazy. Like, why did you bring these people to my house? You're my cousin.
So much church, so little religion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, no, that was to you too.
So, does it make sense that somebody would take a stick and smash a windshield if they're about to get run over?
No, they should get out of the way.
They should get out of the way for sure. What does it tell you if they grabbed a stick and smashed the windshield instead of flee?
It just tells you that they're angry and they have some issues, and maybe they just gotta resolve that before they do that, you know?
So do you think she was really being run over?
Seems there might be a lot more to the story.
Yeah, going inside the courtroom.
So what happened? You tell me your version. He says you
Okay.
hit his windshield with a stick and broke his windshield.
Yes, because when I was on the floor, I hear my cousin beat her behind, beat her A. She talks too much. Not saying, Cheyenne, get up. He's practicing to be
Absolutely.
A reverend?
A minister.
A reverend?
and I hear him.
And are
on
you
the-
yelling out, beat
while
her
I'm
A, beat her A?
While I'm on the floor.
No, look at me, look at me.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
I know you
Because we
did.
all sin.
I
Come
know,
on, we all
I
fall short of
know.
the glory of the Lord.
Okay, well,
When
you
rage
know.
comes, you never know what happens.
All
So,
righty
as
then.
listen,
So as I'm on the floor,
not perfect.
I hear my cousin saying, beat her A, beat her A. She talks too much. This girl weighs about 2 tons. She's laying on top of me at this point, and I'm just like, are you serious? Get her off of me. I can't breathe at this point. I did what I had to do. I'm finished.
What did you do?
Well, when I went and approached the scene, well, okay, let me start from the beginning. Now we're sitting inside the house. Everybody's just nagging. He's saying, you know, what kind of person she is. Like talking about me with Key, like I'm not sitting right there, saying, you know what type of person she is. You just gotta calm down and just let them people just like be how they be. And I'm like, okay, well y'all talking about me like I'm not sitting right here. So Key's like, well I'm asking you a question, you act like you don't hear me. So then I turns to her and I say, well, are you my mom? I have to answer you on deck like you're my mom. She's like, well, B, you're in my, she starts turning up. Well, B, you're in my house. You have to answer my question. She starts throwing stuff around the table. I'm like, okay, this is your house. I'm not going to tell you that you can't throw stuff around your house. But just make sure it doesn't hit me. So she's like, well, if you don't like it, you can get out. Da-da-da-da. I'm on my way out. I forgot my iPhone on her charger. She picks my iPhone up and tosses it across the door. While I'm going outside the door, I forgot my phone. She's like, you forgot your phone. So she picks my phone up, takes it off the charger, and tosses it.
Okay, all right. So you leave, and then
So I
a couple
leave.
days later,
Later,
your cousin comes with 2 other people to your
no,
place.
not 2 other people. He comes with 2 cars, and they come with multiple people. And they called my grandma at first and said, well, where's your granddaughter? The girl Cheyenne is not here, the one that I allegedly beat up. She called like, where's your granddaughter? Where's your granddaughter? I need to talk to her. My grandma said, leave it alone, which is stated inside this case. Leave it alone. Leave my granddaughter alone. She has anger management problems, and just let it die down.
Do you have anger management problems?
Yes, I went through counseling when I was young inside of elementary school, but it was stuff that it's regular anger management stuff that you go through.
Your garden variety anger management problems. Okay, go ahead.
So,
did you throw that stick?
yes, I did. There are 2 cars outside of my door, so immediately I went inside, called my grandma. I think I called my cousin.
Grabbed the mace.
And my friend. I grabbed my mace and I went outside.
And you're pregnant, right? And you're blowing mace places? You're spraying mace as a pregnant woman.
For my
So go ahead.
Because I felt endangered. And
Did you? Because you could stay out of danger by staying inside.
yes, but being though
Stop
that's
clapping.
my cousin.
Your behavior is deplorable for somebody who wants to be a reverend. Don't clap.
You're right.
Go ahead.
I do apologize.
Being though that's my cousin, I wouldn't even expect for all of this to happen, Your Honor, because that's my cousin. So I didn't expect for none of this to happen.
So you grab the mace and
So
you
I
walk
grabbed my
outside.
mace, I walk outside. The girl Cheyenne, she approached me. So Cheyenne hands him the stick, and she like
What stick?
A stick of marijuana.
Okay.
And she hands him the stick of marijuana,
Well, I don't know
and
which
she
stick we're
approaches
talking
me.
about, you know? Got a couple sticks in the case. Go ahead.
She hands him the stick of marijuana, and she approaches me. And then after that, she tried to swing on me, so I maced her. Simple.
Very simple. So the 2 of you are on the ground fighting.
Yes,
According
we
to
were
you, you
fighting.
hear your cousin Quincy saying,
Running
beat
around
her
me.
A, beat her A.
Yes, beat her A, beat her A. My friend
Okay,
was
tell me
trying
about the stick you threw at the windshield.
Okay, as I was going back, I saw a stick in the ground. So I saw it in the grass, and I picked it up. He puts the car in reverse and just started backing up. So I was afraid for my life, and I threw the stick.
Because you thought a stick would stop the car from running
I
you
threw whatever
over?
I had in my hand.
Are you sure you didn't just throw the stick in order to break his windshield?
No, I didn't think it was a stick was going to break his windshield. It wasn't that big of a stick. It was really like literally like
Something
a
like
little
this?
piece of stick. No, yeah.
That broke his windshield? Okay. Give me the bills for your windshield, please. How many windshields is this?
2.
Why
Yeah.
2?
This one she cracked. This one cracked. That's the front. But
This one cracked. How
Yeah.
did she crack it as you're driving away and she's throwing a stick at you?
No, she had came out with a taser, so we had locked the door because I've never been tased. I don't want to be tased. And I told Cheyenne couldn't see, and Raekwon, I was just trying to get everybody to leave the situation. So
Okay, so are you all inside the car?
yes, and she's walking up with the taser. So I'm like, okay, we're about to leave. So she goes around the front. She's banging on the window, and then she goes around the back, and then eventually shatters the back one
How does the front one shatter?
with the stick she had.
What, with the same stick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she banged the front windshield with
Yes.
the stick?
Yes, Your Honor.
Step on up. Who was at the scene? You? Yeah. Step on up, please. Tell me what happened.
She took the stick and she was stabbing it like this.
The windshield?
Yes, like
She didn't throw it at the car?
she was walking around like banging it, but once she got to the
Your
back,
impression is that she threw it at the car? Or
No,
that
she didn't. She didn't throw it. She was
she didn't throw it.
intentionally
she
trying
was
to
like,
do damage.
I never seen a person stab a window. I seen somebody throw a brick, but stabbing it, you gotta be like, she was like stabbing the back and it broke.
Imani? You know what the irony of all this is? It's that I'm kind of on your side on you being hurt. Your problem is that your execution's out of line, you see? So instead of you saying, my gosh, they're horrible people, I want nothing to do with them, this happens, you see? So you're gonna pay for that window. But I understand how you are hurt that your cousin didn't do more to try to, regardless of what he thinks of you or your anger problem or anything else, that your cousin didn't still side with you in some way. I understand you're hurt, but that doesn't justify any of your behavior, and I'm ordering you to pay for the window the full amount, $763.31. Good luck, folks.
So the plaintiff prevails in the case. Imani's just come out of the courtroom. You know, the judge said she was in favoring you, but your anger got the best of you. What do you think?
I'm just ready to be dismissed, please.
You ready to be done with this?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right. Let me ask you one other question. He's your cousin, your family here. What impact is this going to have on your family relationship? Do you have any idea?
It's dead.
Pardon?
It's dead.
He's
That's
dead.
dead. That's dead.
That's
Like
it?
all that. That's finished.
Done.
Yeah.
Over. What a shame. You sorry about that? Okay. All righty. The door's that way. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
$700 and some dollars. Here comes Quincy, the plaintiff. What do you think about what she just said?
Well, she's kind of been threatening and saying I'm dead, like since this actually all started. So I'm not surprised that she said that again. But I mean, I don't wish anything to happen to her. You know, I'm gonna pray for her still family. You know, but I'm just gonna keep my distance. It's just not gonna be how it was.
Probably a good idea. I got to ask you something. Your hairstyle is rather unique, and I'm wondering if you got a lot of comments on it?
Yeah, actually.
I bet you do.
Thank you. All
right, thank you very much.
Thank you,
well,
sir.
congratulations. She's going to pay for that windshield. Harvey, what do you think?
So, Doug, self-defense is using reasonable force to get out of a situation. In this case, clearly the defendant did not use reasonable force. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.